This is Luke with the Android Guys podcast. I'm here with Scott.
Hey, Luke.
We are doing these little test drive game apps or app reviews.
Mm-hmm.
We have a game today. You are going to talk about a game. Just take it away.
So, Color Gallery is the name of the game, but I wouldn't necessarily qualify it as a game.
Okay.
More as a casual way of spending time.
Sure.
Like a puzzle at best. I would say it's a puzzle. Sort of strategy game.
Okay, so it's more like an activity.
Yeah, it's a great time waster.
Mm-hmm.
It's something else will challenge you because it's got a pretty decent replay value, and there's also a component in the game that I'll talk about here in a second that kind of makes you feel like, oh, I think I can do better than that.
Okay.
So the premise is essentially there are, from what I can tell so far, there are 48 levels in the game. Now, in the Play Store, I saw the description said there are 100 levels, parentheses, more coming.
Okay.
So I don't know if the 100 is what's expected.
Sure.
But I also think that maybe they qualify it because each level has parts. Kind of think of like Mario World 1, and then there's like 4 levels.
Okay.
So each of these, you start out with a level. It's a kind of like a blank canvas of a wallpaper that might look like a sailboat on the ocean. And you go in to play this, and each of the sub-levels of that unlocks a different part of that picture. So you're really trying to create a photo for whatever reason that you can kind of you can share as a background, set as a background, or share with somebody. But really, the premise is something that you've probably seen before, and I know that we've both played before on other games, is the main mechanics are you have a screen of all of these little color swatches, and you have to kind of put them in order as they kind of move down the hue or their saturation, their color gradients.
Sure.
So in the top left corner might be, neon green, and the bottom left might be pink. You have to kind of arrange the colors in order so that they kind of blend or go. Now, as you move through the game, you will see how many moves it takes you to kind of complete a level.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things where you can kind of complete it and then move on. Or you can see how many moves you did and then what the world average is.
Oh, okay.
So if you're one of those people, it's like, I could do better.
Yeah, a little bit of competition.
Yeah. So you can go back and say, okay, that took me 20, and actually the world average is 41.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
But as you complete each main puzzle, you unlock each kind of like layer. Another one might be like a cactus in the desert. So one layer might be the sky is like the green or the blue. So then that part of the puzzle is you're kind of messing with blue colors. And then the cactus is green, so then you're kind of messing with a palette that's more green colors. But then as you kind of complete all 4, you get an image that you can, again, use as a wallpaper on your phone. They're kind of cool looking. Yeah,
it's very
low poly.
Low poly, geometric shapes, simple design.
It's a free game.
Okay.
So if you're interested in it, this one I believe was presented to me in an ad somewhere along the way. I don't know if it was Instagram or in another game that I was playing, but I clicked on it and I feel kind of glad that I did.
Yeah.
These are the kind of games that I might actually seek out.
Yeah.
For me, I like these types. For $2, you can remove ads.
Okay.
So that's one thing where as you complete levels, and I saw feedback at the Play Store that kind of once you hit a certain point, it seems like the ads kind of dial up themselves. And I don't know for sure. I can't say that, but it seemed like that was a common kind of...
Right. It's like this is how much we'll give you before we get annoying, and then we're going to push you to pay for more experience.
So I'm through, I've played with it off and on for the last week or so, and I have, completed 6 levels. I might knock out 2 levels at a time.
Yeah.
Which could actually be like 8 puzzles.
Sure.
And the ads aren't bad at all, but then from what I understand is from like level 7 or so on, they become, according to comments, annoying.
Sure.
So it, depending on if it's worth it for me for 48 levels, I might consider dropping the $2. Sometimes I like to just reward a developer if I really like the game, just throw the $2 at them.
Yeah.
Which is also nice. But yeah, it's a fun game. I would say that if you're into casual games, it's something I would recommend.
Is there anything else within app purchases you can do? Is it just removing the ads?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So it's pretty straightforward. Kind of like a throwback to old games where, you're not unlocking some kind of extra incentive or, you're not playing against the clock here. You're not doing anything where you have to kind of, beat anything other than yourself.
Right.
If you don't care as to how many moves it took you, keep on moving. Just keep on playing.
Yeah. So it looks like this app particular, this is by Best Free Game Studio.
It's kind of an ambiguous name.
Right. But it's 5 stars. Do you think that's accurate?
I'm always reluctant to throw a 5 at anything. It's got to be above and beyond a complete experience where it just blows me away. But I would say it's a strong 4.
Okay.
If you like, and if you've played any other kind of like color hue based games, I would suggest you check this one out too.
Sweet. Well, thanks, Scott. This is Color Gallery.
Yep. Thanks, Luke.